In our modern world, we are constantly bombarded with notifications, social media, and endless entertainment. We crave quick fixes for happiness, and sometimes that chase for instant pleasure leads us down a dark path. I'm not just talking about drugs or alcohol. Addiction can be found in video games, social media, even the need to record every moment of our lives. The good news is that we can break free from these destructive habits. By understanding how addiction works and building healthy routines, we can reclaim our lives. I know some of you might be thinking, I've tried to quit, and it feels like an uphill battle every single day. Trust me, you're not alone. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to take back control and create a happier, more balanced life. Part 1. Understanding the addiction cycle. Let's begin by understanding what's happening in our brains. Addiction isn't simply about lacking willpower. It's deeply rooted in our brain's reward system. When you do something pleasurable, like eating your favorite treat, playing a fun game, or scrolling through social media, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine makes you feel happy and gives you a quick burst of energy. But here's the catch. Once that surge of happiness peaks, your dopamine levels crash. It's like riding a roller coaster. The higher the peak, the steeper the drop. After the crash, your brain doesn't just go back to normal, it can actually drop below the normal level. When this happens, you feel exhausted, unfocused, and even a bit depressed. Imagine waking up after a night of fun only to feel so low that you just want to stay in bed all day. That's what happens when your dopamine crashes after a big spike. And then, to avoid that painful low, your brain craves another quick hit of dopamine. This creates a cycle where you repeatedly seek instant pleasure, even though it leaves you feeling worse in the long run. Addictive activities like video games or binge-watching videos provide fast dopamine spikes. But the faster and higher the spike, the deeper the drop afterward. This is why it's so difficult to break free. Our brains become trained to crave immediate gratification, even though we know deep down that these quick fixes aren't fulfilling. Imagine you're on a roller coaster that never stops. Every time you climb up, you're excited, but then you hurt from the plunge down. Over time, that constant ride wears you out and makes you feel trapped. That's the addiction cycle. Part 2. The dangers of overindulgence. So, why is chasing these instant pleasures so dangerous? Let's break it down. When we overindulge in activities that spike our dopamine quickly, our brain and body pay a price. Physically, you may feel constantly tired and unfocused, like your body's battery is always nearly empty. Emotionally, the constant ups and downs can lead to feelings of hopelessness and low self-esteem. Over time, you might even find that everyday activities, like reading a book or taking a walk, no longer bring you joy. Instead, your mind becomes fixated on getting that immediate high. For example, think about playing video games for hours every day. At first, it's fun and exciting, but eventually, those fast dopamine hits can leave you feeling drained and unable to enjoy quieter activities, like spending time with friends or learning something new. The same happens with social media, where every like or comment gives you a fleeting sense of happiness, only for you to feel empty once the notifications stop. This cycle can turn into a trap. The more you indulge in these quick fixes, the harder it becomes to find satisfaction in activities that provide slow, steady rewards. This is why overindulging in any addictive behavior can drag you down and change your life for the worse. Part 3. Steps to overcome addiction. Now that we understand the cycle, let's talk about how to break free. Overcoming addiction isn't about fighting your cravings with brute force. It's about replacing harmful habits with positive, healthier ones. Here's a step-by-step approach. Step 1. Recognize and admit. The first step is to be honest with yourself. Recognize that your habit is controlling you, not the other way around. It might be tough to admit, but acknowledging the problem is crucial. Keep a journal to track your feelings and the moments when you feel the urge to indulge in your habit. Writing it down helps you see patterns and understand the triggers. Step 2. Replace the bad with the good. It's nearly impossible to just stop doing something that's become a part of your routine. Instead, find a healthier alternative that gives you a more sustainable sense of pleasure. For example, if you spend too much time playing video games, try replacing some of that time with exercise. Physical activity releases endorphins, which make you feel good naturally. Or, if you're addicted to social media, consider spending that time with friends or pursuing a creative hobby like drawing or writing. The idea is to fill the space in your day that your addictive behavior once occupied with something positive. Start small. Set a goal to replace just 15 minutes of your habit with a healthier activity. Over time, these small changes add up and help rewire your brain. Step 3. Create a support system. You don't have to face this challenge alone. Talk to someone you trust, a friend, a family member, or even a mentor. Sharing your struggles can lighten the burden and give you new ideas for overcoming the addiction. Consider joining a group where others are working to overcome similar habits. Just knowing you're not alone can provide a huge boost. Step 4. Set realistic goals and celebrate progress. Breaking free from addiction is a gradual process. Set clear, achievable goals. For instance, if you're trying to cut down on gaming, start by reducing your playtime by 1 hour each day. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small they may seem. Every time you choose a healthier activity over your old habit, that's a win. Reward yourself with something you enjoy, like a favorite snack or a short break doing something fun. Step 5. A structured daily routine can help keep your mind occupied and away from old habits. Plan your day to include time for work, fun, exercise, and relaxation. A consistent schedule helps build new habits and creates a rhythm that reduces the space for destructive behaviors. For example, if you schedule a morning workout, an afternoon reading session, and time to talk with friends, you're less likely to fall back into a cycle of quick fixes. Step 6. Change your self-image. One of the most powerful tools in overcoming addiction is changing how you see yourself. Instead of thinking of yourself as someone who can't quit, start to see yourself as a person who is strong and in control. Imagine the person you want to be: confident, healthy, and happy, and remind yourself of those qualities every day. Write down positive affirmations like, "I am in control of my life," and repeat them until they become a part of your inner dialogue. Step 7. Manage urges. Even with a new routine, you'll still face moments when the old habits call out to you. When that happens, try to distract yourself with another activity. It might be as simple as taking a walk, calling a friend, or even listening to a song that makes you happy. The trick is not to fight the urge directly. Fight the thought behind it by focusing on something positive. Picture a happy memory or a goal you're excited about. Step 8. Accept setbacks as part of the journey. No journey is perfect. There will be times when you slip up. Instead of beating yourself up over it, treat setbacks as learning experiences. Understand what triggered the relapse and adjust your routine to prevent it from happening again. Remember, every day is a new chance to make progress. Think of it like riding a bike. You might fall off sometimes, but each fall teaches you how to ride better. Step 9. Build a new focus. An obsession for good. Sometimes replacing an addiction with another habit isn't enough if the addiction is very strong. What helped me was finding something to be truly passionate about. I discovered a new hobby that captured my mind completely, a positive obsession that took the mental space away from my old habit. Step 10. Maintain your mental health. Our mental health is the foundation for everything. When you feel good, you're less likely to turn to unhealthy habits. Here are a few things you can do to take care of your mind. Practice meditation or deep breathing to stay calm. Keep a gratitude journal where you note down the good things in your day. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercising regularly. Reach out to friends or a counselor if you're feeling overwhelmed. When your mind is healthy, you're better equipped to resist the urge to seek out quick fixes that only bring temporary happiness. Think of your life as a garden. If you let weeds take over, they'll choke out the beautiful plants. But if you pull the weeds and nurture the flowers, your garden will bloom beautifully. Replace those harmful habits with positive ones, and soon you'll see the garden of your life transform.